Right, hello. I've returned. You better appreciate the things I do for you. I went through that whole game. Night 4 has never been more painful. But, but, this is a big but. This is like, I was going to name someone with a big but I couldn't think. I can't remember porn star names. Well, I've just got saved on my phone. But, yeah, big but, because I have figured out a strategy for Freddy Fazbear. See me, like, Jesus, see me looking here, and then sometimes checking here. No good. That's shit, right? Because Foxy only operates on you looking at the cameras, right? So much as you look at any of the cameras, could be this, could be this, could be the farthest one away from him, could be that one. He will not move. Period. Freddy Fazbear over here. He's a little attention-craving prick. He wants to be looked at. He yearns to be looked at like that. So as much as you stay on the camera with Freddy on it, he won't move. He won't budge an inch. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stare at him because Bonnie and Chica, they show up in your peripherals, so it's completely fine. Freddy doesn't, however. Freddy sneaks in. Like, see, look, I've barely looked at him. He hasn't moved at all. Yeah, fuck off, Freddy. I can't, you know what I'm talking about. He wants to move, he wants to get away, but I'm staring at him. He's not gonna go anywhere. And he was, as soon as Night 5 comes up, I'm going to collect my £120, I'm going to buy a nice big hammer, I'm going to smash his bastard brains in. Everyone else, live a happy life, although while I was doing this I did get scared by Bonnie. In fact, no, yeah, that happened last Night 5, you know, about an hour ago. What was he even talking about? Oh yeah, Little Shop of Horrors and the difference between the theatrical and the play, the play, and how the play ending doesn't work as well for the movie. Something about Oren's death scene, I think it was. Yeah, basically in the movie, Oren kills himself, and technically he does in the play too, but Seymour's a lot more complicit in his death. Like, Seymour has a lot more opportunity to help Oren, basically, in the play. Because he goes through this whole, like, 2-minute song, which doesn't sound long, but it's long in the scene. It could probably more than 2 minutes. But, yeah, he goes through all of that, and, eventually Oren dies, and Seymour just kind of stands there and watches him die. In the movie, however, Seymour goes to the dentist, and he goes to kill Oren, he goes to shoot him. But, Oren puts on the gas mask and he pulls Seymour down and he says, yeah, I'm gonna drill in your teeth because you got bad teeth or something. I don't know if he even does. I think Rick Moranis has decent looking teeth. But, yeah, so... And then he puts on the gas mask and it's like this big gas mask and it goes around his mouth and everything. In the stage play it was like a fishbowl on his head. But, yeah. It was because, yeah, it isn't in this one, it's like more of an actual gas mask kind of thing. And it's got laughing gas in it. Sorry, that's throwing me off there. And yeah, and Orange, he goes to the two massive tanks are on the back of it. And he goes to turn it on, he turns it on, and he goes to twist the valve a little more, and bang, valve breaks, and he's like, oh, I've really done it now. And obviously, because it's nitrous oxide, it's laughing gas, so he's laughing his head off the entire time he's dying. It's quite funny, actually. But he just kind of dies in like 10-20 seconds, and the whole time Seymour can do a shoot around and do or not, and you can really see that he's really torn between this decision that he has to make. You know what I mean? He can't build up the courage to actually shoot and kill Oren. Whereas in the stage play, obviously, he just watches him die. And that's one of the big differences in why the original ending doesn't work, because just from that scene alone, you can take that these Seymours are two completely different characters. You cannot compare them. Like, you cannot say they're the same because they act incredibly differently. I think it's down to the actor and the director as well. Because Rick Moranis has that likeable... They really shot themselves in the foot when casting Rick Moranis, because he looks the part, but at the same time, you couldn't take him as like an asshole. I couldn't look at like Rick Moranis and say he's a dick. You know what I mean? I hate you, Rick Moranis. I couldn't do that. But you know, I could with the stage play version of Seymour, because well, you see him from a distance, and it's the way he goes about things as well. You know what I mean? In the stage play, he's a lot more of a villain. He's a lot more of a dick. You know what I mean? He's not rude. He's still a coward. He's still a pushover in some respects. But in the stage play, Seymour is an incel. Is a way of putting it. You know what I mean? Whereas in the movie, he's a lot more of a lovable pushover. You know what I mean? He gets bossed around, but he has good intentions, and I think that's the thing. Not to mention just Seymour's death, or what would have been Seymour's death. And in the original, Audrey's died because the plant tries to kill her, and she dies from her injuries, and she says, just feed me to the plant. It's what you would have wanted. It's not what you would have wanted, but it'll bring you like fame and success, and it's the best for you. And so Seymour feeds Audrey's body to the plant, and it's like, oh, it's sad. It's an emotional moment, you know. However, in the and then he thinks about it. He's like, no, that's wrong. Look where this plant's got me. You know, this bastard. I hate this plant. And then it's just gonna keep killing and killing, and then eventually it'll take over the world. So he thinks, right, well, I've got to stop this. I've got to atone for my sins, which is the entire point. So he grabs a machete and he has his face off of the plant. And eventually he climbs into the plant's mouth with said machete in a very much a atonement kind of way. You know what I mean? He gives his life. It's his sacrifice. It's no longer about him. It's him trying to stop and trying to make up for everything that he's done, killing Mushnik and killing Oren. And another death actually is Mushnik's. That's a really good point, because in the stage play, Mushnik doesn't see, because Seymour hacks up Oren. He hacks up Oren's corpse. And in the stage play, Mushnik doesn't catch Seymour hacking up Oren. In the movie, he does. He peeks through like a doorway, and he sees Seymour dismembering Oren's corpse, which isn't shown. The movie's not as gruesome as that, which is one of the appeals to it, I think. But yeah, and the next day he confronts Seymour and Mike Schmidt, $120, valued employee, Fazbear Entertainment. Hi, I'm brilliant. I am amazing, and I was recording. The stars have aligned. Oh, what are the odds, eh? Look at that, 6th night. Well, why not? Understand that. I feel bad because that was not interesting gameplay, but I feel like my discussion keeps the ball rolling, which I'm going to keep discussing. Um, so yeah, basically, Mushnik then confronts. Mushnik is the shop owner, and Mushnik confronts not Oren, Seymour, and he's like, "Something's up with you. You know, you're not acting right." And then all of a sudden, Oren's gone missing, and they're inquiring to me about it. And there's little red speckles all over the shop floor. And now all of a sudden, somehow or other, and so basically, he's like, "Right then, you bastard, we're going to go to the police," and he gets the gun that Seymour was going to kill Oren with. And he gets the gun and he holds Seymour at gunpoint. He's like, "Right, come on, then we'll go to the police." And Seymour's like, "Oh, hold on, Mr. Mushnik. I forgot to do the receipts in." And Mushnik's like, "Ah, well, for fuck's sake, right. Go on, where have you put them then?" And Seymour says, "Well, I put the receipts in the plant's mouth." No, not in the plant's mouth, just in the plant. I don't think anyone's really aware that the plant's like alive and talking. Only Seymour is. This is the play version. He says, "Yeah, I put it in the plant." And then the plant opens up, and it's the plant's mouth, but no one's really aware of that apart from Seymour. And so, yeah, so they. Mushnik climbs in the plant's mouth to go and get the receipts, and then, well, you can guess what happens from there. Mushnik is killed by, which was Seymour. Seymour was responsible for that. He tricked Mushnik into going into the plant to save his own skin. No two ways about it, unfortunately. That's just how it is. However, in the movie version, the same thing happens. Mushnik confronts Seymour and he says, "Right, we're going to go to the police." But this time, the play version, this took place outside. But this time it happens inside the shop, and they get to the door. And Mushnik's like, "Well, hold on a minute, Seymour. How about we don't go to the police, but you go away for a while?" So that just basically means Seymour has to abandon town, and you know, Seymour's kicked out and he's left to rot basically. And Seymour's like, "Fine, but you'll have to take care of the plant." And Mushnik's like, "Yeah, well, what do I do?" And so you see this, and while Mushnik's facing away from the plant, and while all this is happening, the plant opens up. You know, the plant's mouth opens up, and Mushnik starts backing up because they're in a conversation. Seymour and Mushnik are in a conversation, and Mushnik eventually backs up so much he bumps into the plant. And this is not Seymour's doing. Seymour doesn't really have a choice here. It's not a case of, "I'm doing this to save my own skin." It's a case of, well, Mushnik's probably going to kill me, so I'm better off doing this. Yeah, sorry, got a bit bamboozled there. So yeah, I probably better do this to save myself. And yeah, Mushnik turns around, and then the plant grabs Mushnik and clamps down on him and kills him. It's not as gory as it sounds. It's slightly comedic in its own little way. But yeah, and you know, you can tell the difference in the scenes. It was a lot more of the plant's doing. The plant really, really encourages Seymour. You know what I mean? Because Seymour doesn't think about it. Seymour is good. In fact, during the scene, Seymour admits to killing Oren. In the movie version. And he doesn't. He denies and denies and denies in the play. So I think that's one of the key differences. Oh, come on. Right, well, time to face the Reaper. I wonder who that could be. That's annoying. That's really annoying. See, the game clearly knew that I was just kicking ass and taking names, so it had to stop me. Well, I've got tea here, so... Oh, that's nice. Relaxes my throat. I've been talking a lot, but I'm actually starting to get a sore throat, because I'm just talking. So, yeah, that's one of the differences. I'll not go into... If you want to see more, you can just, you can just look it up. In fact, I highly suggest you watch the movie. It's a musical, and it's the only musical I actually enjoy. Because it's really good. It's adapted from a play, and I think the play comes from 1960s. There's an original film that's black and white that literally just came off. That it was only made because Buckets of Blood, which is another film from the 50s, I do believe, they had like a couple extra days on set, so they just made Little Shop of Horrors. And it's not as good. It's not a musical either. It's a lot more of a comedy. I think Jack Nicholson is in it for a brief moment. So yeah, if you ever want to see young Jack Nicholson, well, there's your opportunity. Yeah, and then it got adapted into a musical in the 60s, 70s kind of area. I'm not too sure when. And then during the 80s, it was made into a film with starring Rick Moranis. I can't think of other things he's been in. Ghostbusters, obviously. You wouldn't catch me forgetting that. And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which is actually one I haven't seen. Doesn't look like my kind of film. It might be a comedy, to be fair. I might check it out, but as of right now, I'm not interested in seeing it. Easy game. Easy game. Well, I shouldn't be saying that. It's only 1 AM. That was an accident. I didn't mean to pull up my monitor there. Keeps Freddy in place though, so I can't complain. I feels really... I'm so annoyed by doing this because it really feels like there's an utter lack of content. You know what I mean? It's just me doing the same thing. But at the same time, I would be here for decades, you know what I mean? If I didn't do this, like, it would keep me here because there is no better strategy for dealing with Freddy. And Freddy is such a pain to deal with. Because, I mean, obviously you can see and look earlier in the video, I was just sat watching him here. Which is just an absolutely horrible idea because the more you watch him, the more he stays. So I was just prolonging. I was just keeping my door closed, basically. but it's a surprisingly poor strategy to do that, because you don't need to keep looking at Foxy. I know, I mean, if you ever go back and look at videos of like Markiplier doing it, you know what I mean, he's constantly keeping like an eye on Foxy, which you really don't need to do. I mean, you can see there's 2 AM, 6th night, you know what I mean, Foxy should be losing his fucking mind. But he isn't, just because of how much I'm using the cameras. I'm literally only being plagued by Bonnie and Chica. It's such an amazing strategy. I mean, this strategy's go, you know, I mean, strategy is going to completely go to plot. Plot? It's going to completely go to pot once we hit the second game, because it's 10 animatronics. You know what I mean? That's going to be an overwhelming nightmare for me. It could be overstimulating, you never know. I'm not easily overstimulated. I like this, it relies on reaction time, I can deal with that. I just wanted to do that, get we look at him, get we peek. Cheeky like that. Tell you what, I'm thinking 7th night. Oh, 7th night's gotta be a breeze. Freddy Fazbear's not going good. I mean, look at him, it's 3 AM. This is the 6th night. I mean, try and watch Markiplier do this. In fact, I'm probably doing better than Markiplier would. Then again, I do have a bit of a helpful thing on my side. Is I did look at a YouTube video of that kind of strategy, and it was talking about Freddy. So I thought, yeah, I can't really gloat because I have kind of cheated. But I mean, come on. I'm going through all the games and I'm trying to get through all the games before Christmas. Please give me a bit of leeway. Especially, you know what? I get the privilege to look up how to get around Freddy. I've technically, let's see, I've done nights 1 to 3. So I've done 4 nights in the first episode. So I'll put to the math here. I've done 4 nights in the first episode. Let's see, I've done 4th. I've done the 5th. So what? I've done 1 extra night. Freddy's moved, fuck. You know what, I'm going to stop talking about it. I'll do the math later. I'll edit the math in. But right now I need to keep an eye on Freddy. It doesn't look like he's there, but he is there. It's just that for some, yeah, see, he's right there. It's just that for some reason they never coded him to be in the same area as other people. For some reason. Which is really, really annoying. You know what I mean? Ah, that doesn't faze me anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Watch me get murdered. I better not say that. I don't know how much I was going on about Freddy biting my head off last game, and then look how the episode ended. He did in fact chow down on me. Oh, I'm getting cocky now. To be fair, I am running out of power fast. I'm hemorrhaging the stuff. Fucking hell. Good thing about 6 Night is that they don't hang about for long. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, it's annoying because it's 6 Nights, so I can't like take breaks from looking at Freddy, because I mean you saw what happened when I took a break from looking at Freddy. He sprinted, he knows I've got him on lockdown. Probably don't need to be. I mean, if Bonnie's there, I'm just. Oh, come on! I can get behind here. Come on, come on, bring it on! Yeah, that's right. Sing your song. Come on. I am so fucking good. Good job. You've earned some overtime. I earned $120 and 50/100. Don't know what that means. Date 11/13/XX. Ooh, hasn't confirmed the date, you cheeky minx. Look, now I've got custom night. I'm going to end this episode on a positive note with Freddy being. Of course, what happens if we put Freddy 1-9 and Foxy at 7.
Michael, don't leave me here. My house, Michael.